moves to the north and east, we're seeing that some of these storms that are developing are capable of producing a tornado. We're seeing that radar indicated here. Now, when I show you the velocity map, it looks kind of confusing. You're seeing red, you're seeing green, kind of confused as to what you're looking at here. And this is showing you the wind direction. So we're seeing greens going away from the radar site, reds going towards the radar site. And when they're coupled together like this, this is indications of a possible tornado, giving promising signs that a tornado could be in this location. And like Christian has said, it's moving to the north and east, and it's crossing over 220 now and moving towards Brown Summit. This red polygon anywhere out ahead of this red and green couplet is a location that needs to get into their safe space now. So the question is, what is your safe space? That is the lowest level of your home and the most interior space of your home. So whether that be a bathroom, your basement, get down low and then also crouch your body low. So that means covering your head, grabbing sunglasses, something to cover your eyes, as well as a helmet to cover your head, or even a pillow. So the purpose of this is to protect you if there's any flying debris, if this is an actual confirmed tornado on the ground. We do not have it yet confirmed on the ground. However, there is possibility that it is because of the fact that this radar indication that we're seeing here on our satellite radar imagery, is looking very nicely like a couplet and moving towards this northeastern direction. Again, moving towards Brown Summit and Rudd, again, anywhere in this red polygon. However, if you are on the backside, Oak Ridge, Kings Crossroads, you are on the backside of this couplet. And as you can see, that latest update scan has now shifted this polygon more towards the north and east, and everywhere that was on the backside, Kings Crossroads and Oak Ridge, are now on the clear. Christian, what are you seeing on the radar?
Hey, Monique, thanks so much for pointing all those things out. Like Monique is saying, where those reds and those greens really start to tighten up, that's what we call the couplet. That's the area that could be eventually producing a tornado. Again, this is not confirmed to be on the ground at the moment, but we will continue to assess and check in with our folks at the National Weather Service. They, of course, keep us updated on that. What I want to do here is just zoom out on a wide view and kind of reset for the next few minutes. And if you're just now joining us, the reason we are breaking into regular programming, I know you're trying to watch Wheel of Fortune just after dinner, but we have a tornado warning in our viewing area for Guilford County. And this runs until 7:30 for about the next 15 minutes. And until this warning is allowed to expire or we see that area of rotation really weaken out, we're going to be with you. We're going to be guiding you all the way through that. So on a wide view, here's what we're watching. A line of strong thunderstorms now pushing through the Piedmont. The only warning we have on the map right now is for Guilford County. So even though these storms are strong out in Winston-Salem and also moving into High Point, there's torrential rain. There's plenty of lightning here. These are not severe at the moment. What we've been watching is any area that forms today, any thunderstorm that gets strong could have the potential to rotate, and it could produce a tornado, and if not a tornado, it could produce damaging winds. So that's what we're really keeping a close eye on for the rest of the evening. So brand new tornado warning for Guilford County. It goes until 7:30. And now what I want to do is zoom in a little closer and show you what we're watching, because a few moments ago we were calling out the town of Summerfield, we were calling out the town of Oak Ridge. The area of rotation is now pushing to the east of those areas. So even though you might still be included in this polygon, that warning, the actual area of rotation is now moving past you. So Oak Ridge, actually, as we speak, you've kind of been trimmed out of this warning. So Oak Ridge, you're in the clear now. You still have some gusty winds. You still have plenty of lightning, still tons of rain, but you've been trimmed out of this warning. Summerfield, you're still in this, and this broad area of rotation that we're looking at is still sitting right over Summerfield. So right along Highway 220, right along Highway 150, that's where the area of rotation is. And again, if you're in these areas, if you're in this polygon, you are in your safe spot right now, most in a room, in your home, away from doors and windows. If you have a basement, that's really the best place to be. Of course, take something to cover your head, take something to protect your eyes. Make sure you're wearing shoes, because if there is debris and there is damage to your home, you're not going to want to walk out into that damage and assess that with bare feet. That could be extremely, extremely dangerous. So again, even if you don't live in these areas, you might have family and friends that live in these areas, or you might know somebody. Call them, let them know right now. Tornado warning right now until 7:30. So right along Highway 150, this is pushing off to the northeast at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. And what I want to do is zoom in here a little closer and call out some of these towns. So this is right along Highway 150. Lake Townsend is right here. So this area of rotation, if you live along Lake Townsend, this is pushing right over your area. And if this holds together, it will eventually push into Brown Summit over the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. One thing I am seeing, though, over the last few minutes is that this area of rotation is really kind of broadening out. So a few moments ago, actually I'm going to back up a couple scans here and show you what I'm talking about. A couple moments ago, when we were watching this, when the warning was first issued, notice how tight these reds and these greens are starting to mix. When those start to mix and they're bright and really close together, that's what shows us that the storm could be rotating. Now watch if we put this in motion over the last few minutes. Notice how that area of rotation really kind of broadens out and it's not really mixing as much anymore. It's not quite as bright. So that shows us that this is weakening down. That's a good sign. It still is spinning though, and it still has a tornado warning on it. So we still need to be on guard. So Summerfield, you're in your safe spot right now. If you live along Lake Townsend, if you live in Brown Summit, this polygon does include you, and if the storm holds together, it's going to be moving into your neighborhood over the next 15 or 20 minutes. So you need to be in your safe spot now. I do want to zoom out again on a wider view and kind of sound the all clear for some folks. I know this, we've said this warning includes Guilford County. It does, but it's the northern portion of Guilford County. So if you're in Greensboro, if you're in McLeansville, if you're in High Point, Deep River, this does not include you. If you're in Kernersville, this does not include you. And if you're in Oak Ridge now, this does not include you. So Oak Ridge, you are in the clear. The storm is now just pushed to the east of you. And pretty soon, Summerfield, you're going to be in the clear too, because the area of strongest rotation right now is just to the east of Summerfield. This is tracking right along Highway 150 again, right along Lake Townsend. And as I say that, a couple of things that I'm watching. Again, this is a very fluid situation. Notice right here along the county border from Guilford County to Rockingham County, you see these greens and these reds starting to come a little closer together, a little tighter. That's an indication this could be strengthening up. Again, down here as well, just kind of south of Highway 150. We're seeing another area that could be strengthening up. So again, this is a fluid situation. It goes until 7:30. This tornado warning does go until 7:30 for Guilford County, unless the National Weather Service allows that to expire early. Or it is possible, if it strengthens up, they could extend that warning to last a little bit longer. So until it expires, until it goes away, we're going to be here with you all the way through it. And again, what I want to do here is put some rough arrival times on this for you. Again, don't take these to the bank. These are absolutely not set in stone times, but it does give you a rough estimate of how much time you have to prepare before the storm arrives in your neighborhood. So moving off to the northeast at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. There you go, Brown Summit. I would be in your safe spot now, because if this holds together, in the next 30 minutes, it's going to be moving into Brown Summit. And even if it's not rotating at that time, it's still going to have some gusty winds. There's still going to be tons of lightning with it as well. So Brown Summit, you're in your safe spot now. You're on guard. Benija, you're in your safe spot now. Ashland, you're in your safe spot now if that holds together over the next hour. So be on guard, be watching these things if this storm were to hold together. Again, I'm going to continue to assess things here. We're going to be with you until this warning is allowed to expire. But for now, let's toss it back over to Monique Robinson. And Monique, you can let me know if you're seeing anything different that I missed. And I haven't checked in with our folks at the National Weather Service. Are you seeing any reports of damage yet?
No, I have not seen any reports of damage. And Christian, you've been pretty spot on when we're talking about looking at that velocity map. But I want to just zoom out once again to kind of show you this line of storms as a whole, kind of showing you the lightning that we're seeing, as well as the overall pattern of this line is moving fairly quickly right across portions of the Piedmont. Now, we've been talking specifically about this tornado warning, zooming in a little bit closer to portions of Guilford County. Now, the tornado warning is here. This red polygon, you may not have seen it before, but this red polygon here is a tornado warning. The yellow polygon that's on the outer side of this red polygon is a severe thunderstorm warning. So the severe thunderstorm warning is because of the strong winds as a whole with this system. And then we see the tornado warning inside of it. Again, this is radar indicated. So we do not have yet confirmation. I have not seen that from the National Weather Service, a confirmation of a tornado on the ground, but the velocity map, a tool that we use as meteorologists, is showing us some promising signs of rotation. We look for where the red and green are nicely coupled together, showing us that there's winds going away from the radar site, going towards the radar site on a very small scale. When you think about it, that indicates rotation, and that's what we're seeing here when we look towards the radar. Just want to give you the latest update from the National Weather Service as of 7:12 p.m. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles south south of Bethany or 9 miles north of Greensboro, moving east at 20 miles per hour. So that is why we are cutting into your regularly scheduled programming to break down what we're seeing as meteorologists and make sure you are safe at home. So you're maybe asking, what do I do to be safe? I see my home is in this polygon and I don't know what to do. Well, you want to get to the lowest level of your home, whether that's your basement or just your first floor, but get away from windows. If this is a confirmed tornado and there's a lot of strong winds blowing and the indication that this is rotation, that could possibly break a window, flying debris, and we want to make sure you are safe. So be far away from windows. If you are in a bathroom that is a natural interior base that has natural protection for you, go into your bathroom, go into your bathtub and cover your head. So that's getting down low, either grabbing a helmet as you go to that space, grabbing a pillow, crouching down low, covering your head to make sure you are safe. And this system is traveling towards the east at 20 miles per hour, so moving fairly quickly. But as it moves towards the east, if you are anywhere on the northeastern edge and eastern edge of this polygon, you need to get into your safe space now. If you are behind this polygon, if you are in Summersville or Ogburns Crossroads, or if you are anywhere along 220, you are now out and in the clear because this system is moving towards the east at 20 miles per hour. When I take a back step again, looking at this line as a whole, we've been keeping a close eye on how this cold front develops. It was over western North Carolina just earlier today, and as it's moved across the state, it's really been developing. We haven't seen lightning all day long until over the last hour, meaning these storms are really developing well. And then we're seeing even now tornado warnings. We've just seen them over the last hour or so, some in southern Virginia, some even now that we're seeing across Guilford County. Zooming in once again, because this warning, I believe, does have 6 minutes left on it. Right now it's until 7:30 p.m. Quarter-size hail, three-quarter-size hail also being reported. But like I said previously, this is radar indicated. We don't have confirmation yet that this is on the ground. But regardless of the fact, there are very strong wind gusts associated with this storm. So you don't want to be outside looking at this thing. You want to be inside and in a safe space, kneeling down low. So like I said, that's getting to the lowest level of your home and the most interior portion of your home. If you have a bathroom on your first level, the perfect space to be, away from windows, possibly even getting into your tub, crouching down low and covering your head. That is the safest thing for you to do in this moment if you know that your home is in this red polygon. But the system is moving fairly quickly, 20 miles per hour towards the east, and has 5 minutes left on the warning. If you are on the back side of this polygon, anywhere on the back side of this red, if you see that your home is anywhere towards the west of this red polygon, you are now in the clear. But if you do have friends or family who are in this red polygon, call them now, tell them to get to their safe space. There's just about 6 minutes left on this warning. But again, this is radar indicated. We don't have confirmation of this on the ground. The National Weather Service has issued 2 severe thunderstorm warnings with this line. We're seeing one in just southern portions of Virginia, and that tornado warning is encompassed within a severe thunderstorm warning. So we're seeing 2 warnings in our area. And like I said, we've been keeping a close eye on this front as it's been moving across the state, and it's been developing very quickly into some strong thunderstorms within the last hour or so. When it was over western North Carolina, we saw no lightning. It was primarily just rainfall. But then once it moved across the mountains, we started to see some thunderstorm developing there. Now, if you are in Winston-Salem, I do see some lightning being picked up on our radar, as well as across Guilford County. I do see some lightning being picked up on our radar. But the only tornado warning that we are seeing across the Triad is this tornado warning in northern portions of Guilford County, just north of Greensboro. There isn't a lot of lightning with it. However, like we said, there is some radar indicated rotation that we are seeing on the radar. And again, that's looking at this red and looking at this green coupled together. But as I'm looking at this loop through the latest scan, it's not looking as impressive. It looks as though this rotation has broadened up a bit and doesn't look as tightly enough together. So as we continue to watch this system for the next 3 minutes, we'll have to see if the National Weather Service cancels this warning and just keeps a severe thunderstorm warning, or cancels both warnings and keeps us in the clear entirely. But I've been keeping a close eye on this because the National Weather Service also has a severe thunderstorm watch issued for northern portions of central Piedmont area and southern portions of Virginia. This severe thunderstorm watch is until 1 a.m. However, we're seeing that line that I've been showing you guys over and over, this line of storms. Once this line moves through, we should be in the clear for the night. So once this entire line makes its way through the Triad, we should be completely clear for the night in terms of this cold front. Once this cold front crosses our area, we should be good for the night. You should be able to rest peacefully behind this line. But again, keeping a close eye to see if the National Weather Service cancels this warning in the next 2 minutes at 7:30, because like I said, this warning has been issued until 7:30. I believe, like I said, looking at the velocity map, the rotation is broadening up a bit, and we should be in the clear to return back to regularly scheduled program in just a couple of minutes. I just got an update from the National Weather Service. I'm going to check my message here. So another severe thunderstorm warning actually has just been issued for Forsyth County and Davidson County. So I'm going to take a step back and zoom here so you guys can see this very broad yellow polygon that's extended here on the map. This is another severe thunderstorm warning that just has been issued for southern portions of Forsyth County. We've been concentrated and breaking into your program to talk about this tornado warning. However, this larger yellow box, might be a little bit difficult to see on here, is another severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Forsyth and Davidson County. I'm going to press the notification I just got from the National Weather Service to give you guys the latest updated details on that. This particular severe thunderstorm warning has a thunderstorm over Kernersville that is moving towards the east at 40 miles per hour, so a little bit quicker than the previous one we were looking at, but has wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Christian, what are you seeing on the radar?
All right, guys, thanks so much, Monique, for doing that. I will tell you that right now, as we speak, this tornado warning has been allowed to expire. This still is a strong thunderstorm. It still has a severe thunderstorm warning on it. And what I'm watching is another area of rotation that could be moving into Deep River. What I want to do before we jump back to regular programming is bring in our weather spotter, Wes Grimes, who's in Oak Ridge. Wes, can you hear me?
This is Wes.
Hey, Wes, how's it going, man? Appreciate you jumping on with us. Tell me, you live in Oak Ridge, and you were there right when this storm had a tornado warning issued. Tell me what you saw and what you felt, because it was pretty amazing. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Hey, Wes, can you hear me? I'm sorry, so we lost Wes. We'll try to get him back, but right now we're going to return you to regular programming. This tornado warning has now been allowed to expire for Guilford County. It's still a strong, severe thunderstorm. If it strengthens back up, if it gets another tornado warning on it, we'll be back on air with you, and of course we'll pass along any warnings that get issued for the rest of the city. We'll get back to your regular programming now.
And then you never answered. He could hear you.
Oh, okay.
He tried to come back to you. He was waiting for you to talk, and you didn't say anything. You were like, "This is Wes."
Oh, no, I couldn't hear you.
Him.
Oh, Christian was on air?
Yeah, he was like, and here we are with our weather spotter, Wes Grimes.
Oh.
He was in
That.
Back, we were trying to talk to him like, "Hey, are you there?" 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
he's lamped up. It's kind of a new system, but it's very basic. But like
I hate that.
we're like, at first we thought we got him, and then he was like, "Is anybody there?" We're like, "Hey, can you hear us? Can you hear us?" And he wouldn't say anything.
Ah,
and we
dang
thought
it.
we had, so like,
I hate that.
try it.
I hate that because I said, hey, what happened? I said, that's in Oak Ridge. He said, dude, my truck was just blowing all over the road.
Yeah.
And he said,